Hey, my friends, welcome back to Level Up, where science and imagination link arms, where you learn to create a life you love on purpose, not by accident. Today, we're kicking off a powerful series preparing you for 2026. So, to create the most powerful year coming up, you can't go into it without reawakening your passion. So, here's how it's going to fit into your 2026 preparation. Passion is direction. Goals, that's the structure, and the vision board, that's intention and magnetism. And the word of the year is your compass. Yep, those are the four things we're going to address. So make sure that you come each week. Each week will build upon itself. So don't skip any of them. They're designed to work together intentionally, just like gears. We cannot underestimate our passions. We can make excuses like, I don't have time, I'm too old, I'm too young, I haven't been exposed, or whatever. But passions are an important piece of our life. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. You maybe came here because you were going to take a passion test, but I'm not asking you to make a guest list of, I think these are my passions. Nope, we're going to do something very different. We're going to do a sneak attack on your subconscious to see what comes up. Are you game? Do you want to see if something emerges, or do you want to uncover what's been buried or abandoned that maybe's just been waiting for you to remember? Oh, this is going to be fun. I'm Rozanne Marsh. Today we're going underneath to let your passion talk again. And it will. It just needs an open door. Let me tell you a story. As a child, I used to watch my dad remodel homes, build things, and oh my gosh, I wanted to help out, but all right. Sometimes a child helping doesn't expedite a project, if you know what I mean. But one of the shows I loved to watch when I was young was Norm Abrams' New Yankee Workhouse. Okay, do we have any woodworkers out there? You remember that show then. And I was really good at sewing and making things with fabric, even sewed suits for football players. Okay, you can go poor doing that really, really fast. But I wanted to shape things in wood instead. In my 30s, I moved to a place where they had a woodworking adult community class that was in this amazing high school woodworking shop. I applied to get in time and time again, only to find out they had men there that had been doing this for over 30 years and nobody dropped out. But one day, the secretary called and she said, "Hey, we have an opening in this class. Are you serious about coming?" I was like, "Serious? I absolutely want to come." Yes, I built a few little small things with the small tools I had, but I'd never been in like a wood shop with like $250,000 worth of equipment. Norm Abrams type of machinery and a CNC router. Of course I would be there. My first class, the instructor looked at me and said, "Blondie, I am not going to build your projects." To which I responded, "Oh, good. I didn't want you to, but I will say I learned so much from here." Now, here's what that passion felt like to me. I was a mother of two young kids. They were a lot to handle, and 2 hours a week, I was there smelling the sawdust, shaping, forming, and bringing life to pieces of furniture. I mean, it just put me into pure ecstasy. And for those 2 hours, no one was requiring anything from me. My mind and my hands were, they were like engrossed in my design creation. And when I walked out of that workshop, my cup was full. And my brain was buzzing with anticipation of the next week when I was going to be able to go again. And you know what that did for me? I came home and I was a better mother for those 2 hours that I was able to spend. Now, this is what I learned. A passion doesn't have to be your career. Now, extra bonus points, right? If it is, it doesn't have to be something that the world claps for. And it doesn't even have to be profitable. It can be a hobby. And some passions, they whisper. Some passions dance. Some coat your face with sawdust. And some passions just quietly fill your lungs with peace. Your real passion is something that lights you up. It's those butterflies in your stomach where you cannot wait to jump out of bed in the morning to participate. It's something that makes your brain and your body go to this higher frequency. It's something that expands you, not drains you. And it's something that adds meaning and creativity and contribution to your world. Can you think of something that is your passion? Now, here's the big qualifier. We can be passionate about things, but what passion should be a part of our life? A true passion elevates you. It doesn't diminish your character, your health, or your purpose. So, a passion for eating lots of fried foods? Not the right passion. So, why is passion going to matter for you in 2026? Passion is fuel. You can set goals without passion, but then those goals are just chores that you're doing. But passion, this is what passion does for your goals. It gives you that staying power. It gives you that emotional weight. It gives you creativity. It gives you anti-cortisol and anti-aging when you're in that state. And it brings you joy that literally leaks out onto everything else in your life. Which means when you're in your passion, your brain chemistry literally changes. You have less cortisol, more dopamine, more focus, more resilience, more immune strength, and you'll love this. Your brain becomes more receptive to more opportunities. Passion makes you more magnetic. That's why it must be a part of your 2026 plan. So even if it's small, even if it's just 15 minutes a week, even if it's just a class, a hobby, a once a month meetup, passion equals aliveness. And aliveness is attractive in every possible way. So, how are we going to find your passion today? All right, we're going to try something a little bit different. We're going to do a sneak attack on your subconscious. Because if I just said, okay, list out some of your passions, yeah, you're going to be able to do that. But no, let's dredge up maybe some that you have forgotten about, didn't know about, want to pursue. So, are you ready? Do you have a piece of paper? If you don't, you can come back to this and listen to it again. But I'm going to ask you some questions and just give you a second. This isn't, don't ruminate on it. This is like the first thing that comes to your mind. All right. So that's why I'm not giving you a lot of time for this. Are you ready? When in your life did you feel the most alive? Like even for 10 seconds. Go. I'm doing this with you. Number two, what makes time disappear for you? When you're involved in a certain something, what makes time disappear? Number three, what gives you idea energy? Number four, what do you love learning about, even when nobody makes you learn about it? Number five, what did you love as a kid before you cared about what other people thought about? Number six, what gives you the butterflies? You know, the good kind of butterflies. Number seven, what would you miss the most if it disappeared from your life tomorrow? Number eight, what do you look at and think, oh, I wish I could try that? Go there, go there. Number nine, what did the younger you love that you abandoned because adulthood just got loud? Or we felt like our bodies got too old? What did you love? Number 10, what could you talk about for an hour straight? Even with a total stranger, what would just light you up to talk about for an hour? And number 11, what skill, hobby, or adventure would you try if embarrassment didn't exist? Now there are so many others. And honestly, if you want a more comprehensive list, in the description, I have a free downloadable for you that you can go deep dive in some of the things that we're talking about. But this should have been able to give you some things to look at, like, oh, some new things came up that I hadn't thought about. Look at your responses. Is it time to bring something back? Is it time to try or explore something you've never done before? Passion is what brings aliveness, and purpose is how you use it. Now, your passion doesn't have to be your purpose, but many times they're tied in together. So let's go a little bit deeper to one of your responses. I want you to think of one of your passions. It could be one that you hadn't thought of until just now, right? And what we're going to do, we're going to put it into the why times 5. Now, what is the why? Some of you have done this before. You're going to ask why 5 times. Now, when we ask why 5 times, what that does, it gets us to dig a little bit deeper, because passion is the pilot light. But the why, oh man, that's the flamethrower on your passion, and the why carries it into 2026. So because when your why is strong enough, your excuses lose power. So if you got that one passion in mind, okay, this is what you're going to do. We're going to apply that why 5 times. So if I say, why is that your passion? You're going to give me an answer. And then I'm going to say, well, why that? And then you're going to give me an answer. Why that? And why that? And why that? Okay, I'm going to walk you through what the why times 5 looks like. And I'm going to give you an example of one of the teens in our curriculum. This is what his passion was. He said, I want to train horses and raise colts. So I asked why. And he said, well, because I like being around horses and I like being outside. Well, why? Well, because outside I feel connected to something greater than myself. Well, why? Because I feel so connected to the horse and they don't judge me. I know that they understand me and they know that I understand them. It's funny. I think I relate to animals more than humans. Well, why? Because I think I can speak their language. I mean, they respond to me. There are horses that most people can't even get near, but they come to me. Maybe I'll rescue horses and rehabilitate them. I can use my horses to help heal them. Yeah, I think I'll rehabilitate horses. And here's the 5th why. Why? Because I know I can make a difference to them. I have the skills and I'll only get better. There is need out there and I can feel it and love what I'm doing. Yeah, I love this. I mean, I can even feel that in my heart. That's when you get down to a why that tugs at your heart, that you can feel, just fills your heart. You know that you are adding and pursuing in your life the right passion. You could get down through those whys and go, nah, I don't really feel anything. I don't feel anything. That's when you go, well, wait, maybe that's not the right passion for me, because your why has to be the thing that if it's raining or if it's inconvenient or you're losing money or all these different things that may barrage you, that you will continue because you have this burning, compelling why that moves you through all those obstacles that could be thrown at you. So what do? That's when you go back to your fishing pond and go, what? Picking a new passion. I'm going to utilize that one for my 2026. I'm rocking it because this is the why that brought tears to my eyes, filled my heart, and definitely want to go forward with this. Now, every single one of you probably right now are thinking, oh, you know what? I haven't really pursued the 5 whys yet, but I kind of think there's some things I want to put to that litmus test, because I think they're the ones that I definitely need to bring back in my life or continue pursuing. 2 years ago, I said, I've loved dance all my life, and thought, oh, okay, I'm too old to go. But no, I went back to dance classes. And yes, I am the oldest one in my class, and I may or may not look like the instructor, but yeah, I'm in a hip hop class that I absolutely love. It lights me up every time I'm a part of it. Now, if you're an adult, you might be thinking, I'm too old. But what can you add in your life that moves you towards that passion? Who do you need to enlist to help you experience that? If you're a young teenager and like, I've always wanted this, but how do I add that? Just to have the experience to know, is this truly what I want? Even if it's 15 minutes, try the passion you chose. Try to see if butterflies are in your stomach. You can't wait to get out of bed to try this. 2026, it's going to be an incredible year. And next week, we're going to step into a fun, fast goal setting. So make sure you check that one out. So don't forget what sparks your soul, the passion that elevates, the why that fans the flames, and the energy, the sustaining force it can be in your life. If you want to go deeper, download the free Passion Discovery Worksheet. It's in the description. You can do it with your teens, you can do it with your partner, with your friends, with your family. And if you want to join the Level Up community, the teen program or the adult program, come see what we're all about, because new class adventures, they start this January 2026. What is Level Up? We are Zoom adventure classes where we teach the science of life skills with the magic of imagination and the power of leveling up your life. Because you were born to create, and passion is where creation starts. Passion is part 1 of 4 to make your 2026 come to life. Next week, let's set some goals. It's goal setting with a twist. Don't miss it. All right, my friends, Rozanne Marsh here. Tally ho.